Most people would bet against the single mom putting herself through college, but they don't know what it took to get here.
So, when I think about this movie we're going to talk about this week, it just leaves me angry. Like, I couldn't really just comprehend and understand how someone goes back to an emotionally abusive relationship and still stays there. Like, I was confused. Would you call that love, or I just couldn't see. Anyway, this week on The Real, we will be talking about a series movie again called Maid. So I've been seeing Maid for a while and struggling with when I was going to have the time to watch it. 2021 by Molly, directed by Molly, but I just didn't have the time. I decided to click on it, and this movie left me a bittersweet taste in my mouth and really upset. Like, how could you? I'm just wondering how Molly Smith Mitchell, the director, wrote that script. Anyway, stay with me this week. Let's talk about a series, 2021 season 1 on Netflix.
What you working on?
It's a story about a woman.
Welcome back. Okay, so good to have you with me on the show. I said I was going to be talking about Maid. It's a series. Those of you who follow me clearly know I struggle with series, but then when I get a recommendation and that it's good, I do take a week or so and I get to the end. It's always a struggle, but I make it through. Maid was just one movie that left me angry. Like, how can Alex keep making the same mistake over and over again? Well, so let's tell you about the story. Alex was a very young lady, dating a guy, then got pregnant. Absolutely, they thought they were in love. You know how you always feel like you're in love until a child comes into the picture and you need to work and take care of the child and you cannot afford to pay for the daycare and you're struggling with it. So the honest truth was that Sean didn't really always beat Alex, but sometimes I feel like emotional blackmail and abusive words and threats and insults are absolutely even worse than being beaten. You might quote me wrong, but it just finishes your self-esteem, your confidence, your ego, and just makes you feel like you're absolutely useless. That was the case with Alex. She couldn't show on her face or her body bruises that Sean was beating her up, but she was in total disarray and her life was in shambles. Anyway, at some point she decided to run to a shelter and then go to the home where they provided for women going through violence in their homes and all that. Decided to find a job, got a cleaning job, and that was where the whole maid journey started, through the value maid. So they'll send you to the home, you clean, and then you get to see what's in the home, just cleaning up, meeting different kinds of people and family. And Alex, who was a very good writer, decided to tell a story about the different homes she was cleaning and writing. Very good writer. Now, Alex kept on pushing on, but for me, I just kept wondering, how do you have all this disaster happen to one person almost at the same time? You know when you say you have back-to-back problem. I just couldn't believe it. Alex was that typical example. It was from one issue to the other. Mother problem, mother losing her house to the guy she thought she loved, losing her caravan, she losing the job, trying to go back to the guy, facing the same problem again, leaving the home, losing all the money, having issue with her client, having issue with her employer, and the list was endless, like totally endless. Now my question really towards the end was just wondering how Alex decided to go back to the same guy who didn't love her and left the guy who was caring for her, tried to give her a car. I don't understand. Was it love or was it... I couldn't tell. Maybe someone can tell me in the comment section what it was. I was angry. At some point I wanted to just quit the movie. What's all this? How do you go back to someone who is insulting you, didn't want you to go to school, make your life better, was cheating on you, finding other ladies, talking to you rudely, and you still stay there? But anyway, I heard from the movie that most times women who go through this problem go back to the same guy at least 6 times before it's really clear on them, or they're almost killed before they decide to move on and start a life again. 6 times going back. Anyway, that was the case of Alex. I'm gonna draw the curtain here because I do not want to let you have so much, but it was just so painful. I was angry, I was bitter, but then I kept watching because I wanted to see the end. What was going to be of the life of Alex? What was she going to make up of her life? How she going to cope with her daughter? I was tired. Anyway, do check it out and tell me what you think about the movie. If you were so upset like I am, or you were angry or happy, and how you felt with all the problems Alex faced with Sean. Just one guy putting you one trouble to the other. Anyway, it was still nice. I would score this movie a 7.5. I would like to play in the middle between a 7 and 8 because I wanted to say I like it, but then I'm angry because I felt that she should be wiser or smarter. I guess maybe that was what the movie director wanted to create, but just left me angry, upset, and still staying on to just see. And I just kept thinking, how do people go on in life with all these problems, still wake up every day smiling and they're happy? At some point I forgot I was watching a movie. I took it too personal. Forgive me. Anyway, I'll just stay in the middle, 7.5. I liked the movie, it was good. About 7 episodes, quite long, always about 58 minutes, 59 minutes, almost an hour. So that's like 7 good hours, yes. And the end also, you will probably not be able to predict it somewhere else. So check it out and let us know what you feel at MyMovieNG on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Leave us a comment or two. Tell us if you liked it or not. We always like to hear from you. I gotta run. I spent so much time telling you about this movie. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.
There isn't one.